Alright, we're back. We got Kenny this time replacing Dion because we wanted to get all the boys in, except Godzi. Kenny, how you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, yeah. What about you guys?
Not bad.
And I'm doing great, guys. Thanks for asking. So we got Team up against Blue Pikachu in their second game. Team takes the last game pretty, I don't want to say convincingly, but pretty comfortably against Blue Pikachu.
Yeah, they looked a little better, and I think their draft was like a bit easier to execute as well, I would say. What do you think about that game, Kenny? I think you did watch a little bit of it, even though you
Well,
weren't casting.
I could see the draw didn't really have that much items, and knowing as a draw strat, I think he needed more items. Just if he's going that late against the Spectre, I'm pretty sure he needed a lot of items just to carry that game.
So you think he just needed to focus a little more on getting that farm up instead
Yep.
of whatever he was doing?
Yeah.
Like maybe fighting too much?
Yeah, maybe they fought too much. They lost, I guess, a lot of fights and just didn't work well.
You think she was in dire need of a Hurricane Pike? I think that's what we all said she was missing pretty hard in these last few fights.
Yeah, you think that would have helped, or were there any items that you would have got that may have been different
Oh yeah,
than what he
maybe a
went?
Solar Edge, and you get it like permanently invis when
He
you're
did.
once you reach
She
level
had the
30.
Silver
done
Edge. I don't think she ever made it to 25 though, did she?
No,
All right, first
that
pick.
is a good item though.
First pick, save Wisp.
Oh
Blue
yeah, we were
Pikachu.
talking about this earlier.
Blue Pikachu instant pick Undying PL in response.
Oh,
Instantly.
I like this.
Wow,
It's gonna be a gyro for
fast
sure.
draft here.
I do not like this PL pick into the gyro wisp. It's
Leaving it
like
open like
in
that?
theory PL can be okay against gyro, but gyro wisp is too much for a PL. You're just gonna get melted by the Maelstrom flak.
That was a
Well,
rapid draft.
That's true, but usually
And Undying as well, actually. You know this gyro's coming. Undying, you can flak off the tomb. These are both pretty bad picks from Blue Pikachu, and I already heavily favor Team.
The Undying does well in the lane though, right? You want to lane it against the IO gyro?
I mean, it's okay. Like, I'm pretty sure you can play against it though, because what's gonna happen is the Undying gets you lower on health, but you guys just need to keep your like sustain up. As long as he maybe has like a Fairy Fire, some Tangos running, like their regen's gonna stay high, and they just sit there and farm.
Team
And
knows exactly what they want.
yeah,
After some thought, Blue Pikachu ban out Lena. Instantly, Team bans out Willow. Probably something that messes with IO gyro quite a bit.
I think Willow's definitely a Chives hero as well, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. But yeah, just going back to the Wisp, like there's probably a reason most teams ban Wisp against these guys. Save is a Wisp spammer, especially in the
Yes.
past, and it's just a hero that's really difficult to play against, but they are up for the task, I suppose. And the Storm is one of the better heroes against it.
Blue Pikachu have like a notorious Storm player, don't they? I
I
guess
think that was
Stars
the
is
guy
playing
that's
it.
not
Yeah,
playing. Yeah,
Stars is a good
they
Storm
had
player
Ray.
too, though.
I do not know if I've seen the Star Storm. I guess I have. It's pretty
DK.
decent.
Against Storm.
Well,
What do you think about that matchup, Kenny?
I think Storm just free farms against the DK
Yeah.
I
lane.
think so too.
I think these are pretty weak supports from Blue Pikachu. No stuns.
Yeah, this is the anti-IO pick with the AA, but I mean it's also decent against the Dragon Blood, of course. Like DK does have high regen, but
10 seconds remaining.
I don't know. It's
Pretty
it's
good.
a bit of a shaky draft
5
because
seconds
they
remaining.
still lack disable on Blue Pikachu, as Frempo I think was saying. Like they have one Storm and like a PL Diffusal and Lance, but people are gonna be able to get away. I'd like to see team pick some heroes that actually abuse that fact. I guess they could honestly pick Anti-Mage, but it'd be a little greedy because you can do Gyro in the off lane and DK mid.
Team have a pretty standard ban of Morph. You don't want the Morph having a pretty free game, morphing into Gyro and just flat cannoning all over.
Yeah, that's definitely a better pick against those heroes than
Crystal
PL.
Maiden.
That's a 4 Crystal Maiden.
That's a team special. They used to pick that for Kaleo a lot, and it looks like Avatar's carrying the torch. Maybe
Yeah,
Avatar actually plays Wisp. I don't know. I don't know his pool.
I think this will definitely be a save Wisp.
Probably.
Radiant team ban.
Could be an offlane CM.
Yeah, it could be.
If they were us.
Shh.
Alright, my bad. Our secret trump card. Unstoppable hero. Yeah, so let's hope like Blue Pikachu can pick a stronger 10th pick here because they do once again have 10th pick. And last time we weren't quite feeling how the Pugna's impact was. It looks like it'll probably be an offlaner, so maybe we'll see something like Enigma that could turn the game around, but that's actually banned. But what else could be good? Maybe they'll do Tidehunter. It's not a bad hero.
See that last ban, Meepo. Definitely a respect ban for Stars, the notorious Meepo player.
It's kind of out of nowhere though. Like, are they really gonna do offlane Storm? Maybe.
You have Gyro. Isn't Gyro a pretty good hero against Meepo?
Goes both ways. You have like good damage versus Meepo, but you're also quite vulnerable.
And if anything, you can just chalk that down to like respect, right?
Instant Ogre pick.
Is Ogre really what you want for 10th overall pick?
I don't know, man. Let's see how his impact is. I know
Looks like-
Versatile is a good player and he's
Yeah.
probably gonna have a decent game, but I just don't think that hero's like exactly what you need. Like, would you really want a Ogre over like Tidehunter here versus their IO Gyro? I don't know. We'll see.
It's like 3 Ogre.
Let's
Pretty
see how they'll
standard.
lay this.
Pretty standard on team side. Offlane Centaur. Looks like it'll be pairing with the CM. I think that's a great lane.
Yeah, that's pretty strong actually.
Does it
Loves
beat PL
10
Undying though?
seconds remaining.
Centaur loves having that hero that can close the gap a bit. Oh, the AA Ogre lane, if that's actually what they choose to do, as you're implying, it could actually be pretty strong, because Ogre has like a lot of ways to stay on a hero, so if he's got these cold feet on him, I mean, what are those? The Chilling Touch, rather.
The Chili Fingers.
Yeah, Chilling Touch, then he is gonna be doing some good damage.
Auron is usually their 5, but it is you can note last game they did have Chives playing. Not necessarily 5, but down with their position 1, Tiny.
Mm-hmm.
So they could
is
have
a
some
little
lanes
odd.
here.
So,
It's always good to have players where you can swap up the lanes like that.
definitely.
Most time at a glance you can see, like, you'll see save on IO, you'll know where he's going.
Alright, so who do you guys favor in the drafts, just off the bat? Kenny?
I think Blue
First.
Pikachu has a better draft.
And why is that?
I believe that they could just play this game really slow, go late game, and this game is easier for them.
You think the PL Storm is gonna carry this game?
Yes, I do think so.
Long game?
Hmm?
Okay, and what do you think, Rempo? You agree?
Well, I really wanted to say that
Prepare for battle.
that Team were gonna take it, but then I'm looking at like this Storm DK matchup. I think if Storm plays it right, he should just pop far ahead, and I think Storm will win this game for them. So I favor Blue Pikachu too. What do you think? about
Alright,
that?
interesting decision from both of you. Personally, I do not. I think that the Centaur is going to have a really good lane top, even with this Undying, because PL just doesn't put that much pressure on the Centaur. And I think that mid, the DK will win, at least slightly, because I do think Husky is a better laner than Stars, and I do think that that actually is a slightly winning matchup for DK, but like usually Storms will just go farm, and it doesn't matter that much. And I think the Gyro Wisp are going to have a pretty good game as well, because I don't think their damage is high enough bottom to actually kill them, and then I think that their heroes are pretty good against all the heroes except Storm and AA. So like the lanes are gonna go well, and then they're just gonna convert that with DK tower
Looks like there's a little
pushes
go
and get
on
really
Auron
ahead.
top lane with the Centaur. It's getting them pretty low, but
Auron should be fine.
yeah.
I don't know
it's
why
gonna-
they're even fighting this though. They see 3.
Good harass.
Yeah, like Dire.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
They have just this half health Undying with no salve now. It's kind of awkward. You might actually be threatened when they get level 2.
Go back to base now. I actually think Storm has a lot of room to bully the Radiant supports in this game. Not really a lot they can do if Storm goes on him.
Well, I don't know about that. I think that they have actually 4 stuns, technically, if you include Rocket. Which at least annoys you as a Storm. It doesn't usually hurt you. And they
go
do
on
have
top
ways
of
to
Auburn
kill
right
him.
now. I'm pretty low, but they're only both still level 1.
All a result of choosing to take that rune fight 3v2, because now he's just playing the fringe of the lane instead of being up in their face the way you want to be on Undying. Really low. Kinda would like to see him just spam out all his mana and go suicide and come back. You're definitely going to be seeing the Centaur pull ahead in this lane.
He's already slightly pulling ahead. How's this lane go bot? You think I think you were saying Ogre and AH have a pretty good time down here, right?
Well, let's ask Kenny, what do you think about this bottom lane, since you play a bit of gyro here and there?
I think bottom lane should be fine, but I don't think they have kill potential on the Dire side. I don't think they can kill Gyro at all.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be dying, basically.
I think they're just too fast to die to these heroes, right? With the tether and gyro's high move speed.
I think if Ogre just gets a point in Bloodlust and a hatchet, he can just deny like every creep in these waves.
Quelling Blade for those that did not play on.
Alrin pulls that suicide move we were talking about, so now he's actually in the lane.
Yeah, he's battle ready. Mid, the Storm managed to find this DD, but he didn't have bottle yet, so he kind of wasted some time going down there. He's falling a little bit behind, but it's not going too bad. Oh, the one thing to note about this also is that DK, he has CM aura, and you have a mana talent on that hero as well if you choose to take it. So he doesn't have to go back to the soul ring that some people don't like getting, and he's just getting the bracer for a little bit of laning damage and agility. And it allows him to have slightly better lane than you would if you had a soul ring. Because he's gonna have mana from stick and CM aura.
Getting a raindrop too. I always love getting a raindrop just for the casual mana.
Yeah. Storm is honestly one of those heroes where you don't really want to get it though, unless you have to, because he's just gonna burn it off with every overload, and it's like, that wouldn't have done that much damage
Another
to
going over
DK.
top. Looks like he's gonna go down. Just a quick CM slow into stun.
And didn't see
Centaur
that
doesn't
one.
even have boots. Is that just a mispositioning? Oh wow, and Ryan Reed gets baited back into that by Centaur. Incredible. Top lane already off to a great start.
For Team, of course. Yeah, this PL hero just struggles in lane against these two heroes quite a lot. And the thing we were talking about with Undying not being battle ready at the start definitely was a bit costly.
Centaur?
Hmm?
Dying? Centaur could be dying?
I think he's getting baited in again.
There's
He hasn't got
no
the point in root.
there's no creep to soul rip from right now, so he only has to worry
He's
about
gonna
decay.
die.
Yeah,
Oh.
he does die actually. He kind of lost track of where CM went.
Evaden's just doing a really good job of baiting both of these top laners in.
Centaur's one of those great heroes to do that on too, because you can always do like the double edge into the stomp into another double edge and get like surprising amount of damage onto people.
And double edge, level 2, 250 damage. Always a surprising amount. You never really expect to see that.
With the 5-second cooldown as well, that some people kind of underestimate. Feels like nothing. As I expected, at least, the Radiant's coming ahead on lanes pretty strongly, and
It's like a bounty rune fight bottom.
think they
Shot
keep
picks up the
moving
bounty
too.
rune, but goes down real quick. Stars takes his own boundary and follows it up before they get the chance to get to it.
And they get this
Boundary room
bottle on Io now too, so the bottom lane is completely gonna be a one lane for Radiant now. I mean, maybe Ogre can still farm there, but he's gonna struggle.
I think for sure Ogre can farm here, but no kill potential.
I'm gonna actually step out for just a minute, so let you guys handle things for a second, and I'll be right back.
Sure.
Hey, front Poe.
Yeah. Dragon Knight's got his Dragon Form pop mid while Storm is disappeared from the lane. Pretty standard. Chive's gonna TP mid, take the XP he needs. Just like we were talking about earlier, he can't really be bottom anymore, so this is the next best place for him to be while Storm's catching up in jungle. Husky on the Dragon Knight has a point in stun too. Sometimes these Dragon Knights choose not to get it, so it's important to know he's got a little bit of kill potential on Chives here if Chives plays this correctly. But
Yes.
Husky, sorry, go ahead.
Husky's probably gonna call in some heroes in his lane, maybe kill the AA ones, and usually that's really good when they get the tower tier. But I guess they're just focusing too much on the Centaur.
Wow.
Like,
Alright, I'm
Auburn
back.
takes down Avatar top. Its CM kill's nice, but you know it's not the Centaur.
The PL definitely wanted to get that too.
Yale's actually not having a horrible time in this lane top.
He's farming it up. PL's
Oh,
kind of
wow.
a hard hero to stop from farming completely, except on
Vaden's
like
got his
Axe.
hood already. Hard to kill him.
Like for Ryan Reed to just use that stick on him. Oh, there he goes. Some people love to save the stick for the outplay, but I think when you're like missing some health and mana, you may as well.
Stars deeping bot. Big zipping. He's looking for save, of course. Oh my god. This gets popped by Ogre. E9, if you're doing that mid rotation, is that ideally you want that kill if you're Storm?
Yeah, I think so. It's just kind of a weird place for him to end up too. They might even completely lane swap here.
They did it last time when Storm went to the jungle. They brought Chives mid. Husky
I
got
see what
some big
happened.
damage.
They knew they had a stack, I assume at least, so they brought the Storm in for a kill, and then he's cleaning up the stack. Although he's getting owned, he's actually
He
gonna
could die here.
He's dead.
No.
They didn't see him.
They don't have missiles ready or anything.
Oh, but he had no mana. They could have easily chased him down. Look how fast Gyro is. He has call down too.
Oh, they got stuns going on PL top. Hood pop for the double edge so he takes no damage, and they're just gonna chase him down. I think they got this kill. Oh, some outplay going on here on the illusion. He double edges the illusion, but it's not enough.
why not?
Damn, that was almost a clutch play by Ryan Reed. Times when I'm sleeping, I picture PL jukes like that in my dreams.
What do you think the DK should be getting? Should he get a Shadow Blade or a Blade?
What do you think about that, B9?
Yeah. What would you?
Oh, actually, before that, looks like there's a go bottom.
I'm muted.
He got stars keeping down bot. That's like always, he's looking to take down safe, but he's actually going to die to Gyro, which you definitely don't
That's
want
not
happening.
good. I think he's moving a little too much on the Storm here. But yeah, the DK, well, I mean, he has Blink queued up, so he's probably just gonna get that. And I think it's fine too, because, well, I mean, Shadow Blade's actually okay, because Centaur's gonna get a Blink, and you kind of want to diversify with your item choices sometimes. But Double Blink's probably fine. They're gonna be so threatened on Dire, and like Storm can just be a kill to any two heroes for a while.
The blink on Dragon Knight is immensely different than the Shadow Blade when it comes to dealing with Storm, right?
Yeah, Shadow Blade, you gotta like, make sure you find him somewhere, and it's like a little bit harder to get on him.
Pretty hard to hit the range stun too if his fingers are ready. For
Yeah,
the
it can be,
projectile that
can
has
be.
to travel. Ogre going straight for Aether Lens.
Most people prefer the Blink these days.
But I want to see this Ogre go like Crimson Guard.
No, they're going for the AA all types of Gyro, they're going to try and commit on him, and they do get the kill, so the AA does come in handy there. But they're
Drop
turning on
Ogre.
the stars, and he will actually fall to
Oh,
Unless he gets the perfect zips, and he's actually good. Alright, cool. Star's
is.
playing pretty well.
That's
right
the
there.
level 1 frostbite.
Yeah, he made sure to bottle while he was ulting, so even though he had DK corrosive on him, he did manage to heal up because you're invulnerable during ult. Of course.
They're gonna pick off Chives there. He stole an invis rune, but they had a sentry ready for him, so he picked off tower during all that. Either way, they're rushing on Alrin. Quick kill.
It's gonna be hard for the Dire, man, because let's look at their heroes. They got DK, so they're gonna take the towers down. They got Wisp and Gyro and Centaur. That's like insane global presence and damage. And this is like a draft team has ran before, almost to a T. I think they're feeling very comfortable. They're way ahead on net worths. The Dire is not in a position to take team fights, like, for a bit, because they just can't match up to the damage of like CM, DK, Centaur, Gyro in a team fight. And they're gonna just be like forced to take these split pushes onto the lanes and get their gold, but they're gonna get picked off constantly during these times.
Swing and a miss.
Radiant structures are fortified.
5k lead already.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under
I feel like Radiant shouldn't be giving them anything.
Yeah, I don't think they should even let this bottom tower go, but maybe it's just because the Centaur's low, and
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
Especially against his PL, he's so weak. Doesn't even have. He's got the money for him, but he doesn't have the treads in his inventory.
DK does decide to switch his quick buy to the Shadow Blade, so they probably thought about the thing I was saying about how like they already have the blink on Centaur, so maybe just switch it up and get a little more damage. But honestly, I was fine with the blink.
I actually like the blink better than the Shadow Blade.
The one thing Shadow Blade can help with sometimes is like versus PL or Storm. Sometimes you can react. Shield blink stun. They're super good.
Oh wow. So
Storm's going to die.
they had a good go on Husky with an AA ult, but as soon as the stuns wear off, Storm's level 1 and he can't make it to him in time, and he just stampedes out. And by that time, Husky wasted all his main on the leaps, and the relocate just dies to it.
What would you do if you're Dire here, Kenny?
I think Storm Spirits just play it super greedy, and any give all the towers. You don't fight at all until you're like level 12 with a Kaya, and eventually, you know, just notice that you're winning.
Yeah, I think you're right in that at least you have to wait till you're Kaya before you're doing all this stuff. Some things you can do on Storm, if they don't have like an easy way to kill you early, which they kind of do, but you can kind of see it coming, you can like cut waves and force them to react to you. Play bottom and even like cutting the mid wave. It's something I see like of all players Van actually doing. He's pretty good at Storm and pubs. He just puts a lot of pressure on the enemy because he's playing up in their face, like behind tier 2s and stuff, and getting gold on the enemy side of the map, and leaving
He's taking
space
a lot
on
of
his
damage
side.
here, but he should be fine under the AA ult.
I feel like Gar should be playing a Spore either with PL or the Storm, and one guy just spawns other side of the map.
Yeah,
I feel like
But I would-
go on.
I would say like maybe PL would have bought a hood and just kept fighting
scanning.
4 of his teammates, while Storm just plays super greedy and just spawns
Storm
every
might
other
get
wave.
picked here. Oh, he's dead.
that's the Centaur blink reveal. Also the Shadow Blade reveal on Husky too, no?
Yeah, I think so. But that was a nice little play from Team. They threw down a scan, so they saw that Storm was in the scan for a long period of time. They knew he was going to farm that next wave, and they were very convinced that he'd be there, and they set up for him.
Oh, this AA ult, it's gonna kill Save. Oh my god, what a
Oh
snipe.
god.
Rip save.
Snipe.
I don't know how
I-
he's that low
Did
at
he-
this point in time.
Yeah,
but
He got clapped by good old Satyr man.
Is under
hate
attack.
to see it.
That kind of puts an end to what I was gonna say earlier. Scourge and Save were kind of just playing at their shrine, and then at Dire's shrine all game. I would have kind of liked to see a smoke from Dire.
Dire's
Go
bottom
pick those two off, considering it was just them. Anytime any hero would show top, they would just set a rocket on him and form the creep wave and back out into the jungle.
Yeah, a little more activity
is under
with
attack.
the AL plays could have been nice.
Have we seen a smoke yet from either team?
Not that I can think of. It's not one that was like memorable.
Another
Go
going on
Danny.
rebot.
These guys are just running the map together. With
I like what
DK
Husky and Evaden
Centaur.
are doing together, yeah.
I love playing like this way that people play sometimes, where you play as little units. You know, you can get a kill with 2, so you play with that. As long as it doesn't like cost you on return kills, then usually it works out pretty well. And they have like Centaur ult to escape, pretty tanky, not much risk.
Only when you're strong, right? Otherwise, moving in units is like pretty risky, you know.
I mean, it's just situational, but yeah, generally it's more of a head thing.
It's free to just hit the tower bottom and then walk away when you shoot any. They have almost.
The bottom is another kill.
Gotta find the right one. Oh, Evaden's just going in for him. Gale gets picked off in the exact same spot in the exact same way.
And they even have like 2 people kind of sitting nearby that aren't farming the other side of the map. Like, Dyer's just falling further and further behind. It's
Real
looking
bad.
bad for them. What's up?
I feel like the dying could have done more. Maybe they just had the trailing top maybe.
For the PL?
Yep. Because I don't think the ogre really did
They
much.
definitely didn't do anything bot, so maybe.
Gale coming out on the Husky. Relocate coming in. Honestly, the relocate seems like overkill at this point.
Yeah, they're running away with it. I think the only way Radiant loses, honestly, I don't even know if they can lose, but it's gonna come down to like a high ground throw into a big zip and AA ult, and then like PL's gonna need to get some cleanup kills. He even wants a Yasha on PL, and I'm a big fan of the Manta or Yasha for farming, but it is too late for that, man. You need your Diffusal Blade, or you're just never gonna have the timing.
Another pick off on Storm at the shrine. This duo is just disgusting, man. The DK and the Centaur are just running around this bottom half of the map and just house on whoever shows.
Yeah, Dire just feels really constricted in the game though, because their only like actual killer on their team is the Storm. Ogre doesn't really finish anybody off in this game. And Storm also wants to be the farmer, like he wants to be the guy to carry this game, so he has to show in places and take farm and not be trying to kill them when they're split. It's just tough for them. I really don't like their use of the 10th pick once again though. For this Ogre, it hasn't felt like any use. They probably overestimated his laning power.
What do you think of the Aether ones of the ogre? I don't like it.
I think we were talking about this before, right? It's always something you want to fit into the build, but you know, where do you fit it in? Like before your tanky items or after? I think it's fine right now, but I would
I don't
like
think
to see
it's
him get a
fine in this
Crimson Guard.
game. I think they need to have team fight items if they're gonna win this game.
Would you rather him get a Pipe first or a Crimson?
Yeah, just something like that. His pipe,
I think that's where he's going.
or even a Greaves or something.
Then pop on Alrin. Brimstone's down, so when he respawns, he won't have it. It's up to team what they want to do on that. Maybe they can converge into a Roche.
What Radiant needs to do at this point is just like ward and sentry in the enemy's jungle and take that over, and they can only go back to fight if they're going high ground, because they're splitting the map too much and just getting constantly picked off. They need to choose one land and take it over.
Gonna get even harder real soon. Wisp is doing a great job at keeping up in levels. He's gonna hit 15 soon. Scepter bonus for his Gyro. Gyro's got Maelstrom now.
It's a great demonstration of how to play IR Gyro. He has 210 CS, almost, like 205 CS and 1920. Like, that's great fun. Run around together and kill all the creeps.
They get 2 quick relocate kills. Over by Gyro's Ancients. They're very close to Roche. Their team do it too slow, or are they scared? Do you think maybe they're thinking this is maybe one of the ways we throw is here at Roche Pit?
It could be. I don't even know if it's throwable anymore, to be honest. Like, this looks like a 1 game to me.
Look at bottom. Stars is definitely about to get picked off here.
Yep. And this is what comes back to what I was just saying, like, you need to at least throw a ward on sentry.
That was great too. They did it right at dining room times. I think Stars should have probably been worried about that.
You need to throw down a ward on sentry to farm. Make him feel safe somewhere.
I feel like Dire's only chance is when Radiant goes to Roche and they contest it.
Yeah,
And fight
they
with
have some
5x.
potential there. To be honest, if they got a pipe on Centaur and like,
They already have the Ags. They're strong.
yeah, like I feel like maybe they don't even need a Roche. Like, they can just run at high ground.
That is true.
Storm
I
can't
don't know
really
if
pop
Dire
anyone
can
right
actually
now with
kill
that.
anyone. Especially when he gets this Glimmer on IO. If you're like piped with Glimmer and a Ags Centaur ult, how are you dying? And Dire's lineup is bursty too. Because Storm runs out of mana and like A's ult wears off and then where's your damage? EL, but he has limited options to actually fight. He's going some funky build.
Dave on the IO hits 15, so they've got the Scepter bonus now. So if Dire wasn't farming fast enough before, you're definitely getting up there.
He just found a Maelstrom and a Yasha right on top of it like 1 minute later.
Center bottom? Oh, they couldn't get him.
There's no way they're killing that
Oh, they're
Centaur.
finally gonna get a nice pick off on this. Yeah,
Yeah, wrong neighborhood.
that's an optimistic Stampede. Hear him say thank you to me? SNY on Gyro next. What do you think about that, Kenny? Is that pretty standard?
Gyrax.
He's
What
got the he's going SNY next after his Maelstrom. Is that pretty standard?
Yeah, it's pretty good stats, you know. But could have gotten like maybe a butterfly, or maybe just itemized for the Stone Spirit late game, just in case they somehow throw this game.
Look at Ogre
But
doing
it's
it.
pretty okay.
Look at Ogre's cheeky play bot,
He's
trying to
fine.
cut the way with level 2 Ignite. With no TP.
We're gonna see a relocate bottom maybe. They didn't just battle him.
They
Thunder.
kind of got
Yeah.
abandoned.
These
That
guys
was
are a
pretty
little
good.
bit on different pages here, because I think they could have relocated the IO Gyro in, but they're like, nah, we're doing our stack.
Oh, I think they planned on it, and then they found Undying, and they were both kind of preoccupied with two different things.
Yeah,
Avatar
perhaps so.
popping his Crystal Maiden ult. Nothing really else to use it on, honestly.
Sometimes you just want to use that spell.
It's a pretty looking spell. You
Yeah. Make some snow angels.
I think Diyun was using it in our games to steal stacks from me. So.
The disrespect.
Looks like they're going for Roche now.
Will we see some contest here? I don't think they will.
Ours is not. Right.
Maybe we
He's got
could
no
go
mana.
into Dire's chat for a little bit. Check out Blue Pikachu's comms. See what they're saying and come back. Can we do that?
Alright, you want to hop in?
Yeah, let's hop in. Is
Blue
Pythian?
Pikachu.
or-
I'm gonna YOLO for this mid wave, and they won't. And they won't
Okay.
be able to push. I missed the range.
Dire's middle tower
I think at least one.
PK paused.
Alright, they were sounding a bit more loud there.
Alright, looks like Discord or TeamSpeak's back up to its
Lag.
typical lag. Is that what they paused for? Yep, TeamSpeak lag. So we're not alone there.
Always gonna be technical issues in Dota.
Lewis with the what the heck, saying what we're all thinking.
Dire's probably thinking about calling it soon. They're probably like one fight away from giving up.
They're definitely looking for this high ground hold, seeing what they can do, and then if that goes poorly, I think they'll call it. What do you think, Kenny? You think you can time the with the 1, 2, 3? Wow, and Stars missed it.
I don't think so.
He miscounts his mana and doesn't make it up the high ground. Kind of
Oh, I think he wanted
Wow,
to cut the
something.
wave, and then
Yeah, he wanted to
Somehow.
get out too, but you didn't have the mana to go up high ground.
Is under attack.
oh, it's looking really.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Got a little bit
hard.
off track.
He's either got to buy back here to try and save the high ground, or lose his racks, and you really don't want to buy back here.
Yeah, it's a pretty uncomfortable position. The PL is also not really ready to fight. He would love to finish that Diffusal Blade because he went to the Yasha Shadow Blade beforehand. They do lose the Undying.
I
No
think
buyback.
this is looking all but wrapped up.
Yeah, I'm
30 to
thinking we're
8.
gonna see one Zip in here and one PL attacking for a little bit, and then they're gonna die. And they're gonna try for another day.
Alright, they gotta go on Centaur. Looks like
They're
they're
probably
they're
going
abandoning
down.
him. Oh, they're busy with stars on the other side.
Stars does fall.
No, but they're gonna
Centaur
get
is
to
getting
Centaur.
chopped up.
That's pretty good bait.
Surprised
Stars.
Centaur even took that much damage. I guess that's why I'm feeling
I also Spirit Vessel them.
yeah.
Alright.
I
Alright.
mean, they're
Kenny.
holding on Dire.
Ready,
a little
Kenny?
bit.
You got the 3-2-1?
I would say not now.
You know what? Dire have strong will of
Shrine
mine.
is under attack.
Yeah, I respect it. There's always a little bit of hope someone's just gonna completely throw the game, but
When's the last time we saw Dire grab some bounty runes? I think Radiant have had a pretty good lock on them. It's always really important. That's a lot of net worth coming in every.
BK's going for a dataless. He wants to attack.
You always want it. That's always the dream on this hero is to be attacking.
Yeah,
The
he
question
loves
is
to
though, how
attack.
does Radiant throw this game?
Radiant gotta mess up the high ground by a few times.
They gotta like just go in a little too deep. And Evaden's kind of prone to doing that. They go in a little too deep, and then some other guys try to help them out too deep. They're underneath the, like in the fountain or under the tier 4s, and PL's just attacking people the whole time. Maybe they go for the wrong PL. Maybe something could happen.
I think Gyrocopter's gotta go to Secret Shop, try to sell his wand from his backpack, and accidentally sell his BKB and Maelstrom.
Dota, anything can happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
we have
happened to me
seen some
before.
Yules being dropped on the ground in the past, some Aegis is denied. Things do happen. Generally in higher pressure situations than this stuff.
You're Scourge McDuck, you're feeling pretty comfy right now. So
Io
he sold
wants
the
to buy
one pretty
8
cleanly right
fighters,
now.
by the way.
Gets Scotty.
He sold the one without fail, so there goes that one out the window. Ours is going for a bloodstone. Is there? I mean, I don't think it's good, but do you really think there's any other item that would make a difference?
Shrine has fallen. Radiant's
Probably not. You kind of
Probably
need
not.
this much mana to actually like play a fight.
God, and he
Is he
sticks around.
gonna die?
Did you see how long he stuck around for after?
That was really close.
Yeah, that was super risky, and Blue Peak or Team still have a catapult too, so it's not like he killed the whole wave.
Yeah, and they have a wave mid coming in, so they're not worried about waves.
Gyro's getting low, but he's got Aegis. I really don't know what stars are zipping on right now, but
Alright, here goes Ryan. This is the fight. Looks like he
Ryan
gobbled
Ryan in
in
the back.
and he is gonna just die.
instantly controlled.
He does have buyback, so they got round 2 coming. No Aegis on Gyro. Maybe they can try and get him with the AAL combo. We'll see. Does still have BKB though.
Io wasn't hit by the Ice Blast, so he can
Oh, the
still heal
flak.
up the team. Oh my god. And I think if you're Blue Pikachu, this is where you call it. Trying to get a nice consolation
Nice
kill
little
on
play
the
from
base.
Stars there. Radiant wants to end it. He's buying back on Centaur. There's only 2 left.
I know that feeling if you're evading. You're pretty angry that adult people, they picked you off there.
Yeah, why you gotta kill this?
You really want to be in the
That's
ending shot. And they called GG. Pretty clean 2-0 from Team. Pretty convincing if you ask me.
Yeah,
Takes out the Rampage.
congratulations.
That's on the Rampage.
Alright, 2-0 for Team, and I think they look like a team that actually like scrims and stuff. They were a little bit shaky. They were thinking about disbanding, but they came back strong in the last week or so, and they're just showing that they're not like a top team in the region, but they're actually a real team. And then like Blue Pikachu's kind of a group of friends that came together to make a stack.
Important to
And-
note that's saved Dota playing with no sleep right there too. Who knows?
Yeah.
Does he say he doesn't need sleep, or is this his
Does
best?
the man
you know?
ever sleep? And I
That's
think
the question.
we may be going in for a winner's interview if we can check out who would like
Let's
to
talk
talk
about
to
what
us
they
from
should have
them.
done though.
Who are we pulling from the team hat?
I'll go over there and check out who wants to come, and you guys can talk about what they should have done for a second.
Yeah, I think the Storm shouldn't have just went jungle, like around level 5. I think he should have just stayed in a lane, since Dicky doesn't really kill him till somebody actually rotates for him.
I think I think he was playing fine until I don't know if it was his call or if it was someone else's call. He had a lot of risky movements he made bottom, where the very first one he made, he doesn't even get a kill, I don't think, and then in another one of them, he just flat out dies to the gyro, which is horrible. You never want your mid laner dying to the safe lane, or you're going to gank.
Yeah. Like he could have just kept pushing mid wave, then going jungle, and just having a pattern of it.
Yeah, that whole time, Husky mid on the DK pressuring tower with catapults. It
The
took
D-
him 2
yeah,
DK ults
The DK
to
was
take the
hitting
tower.
tier 1 tower mid with literally no one behind him, and they could have just ganked him once
Yeah.
maybe. Like once is fine.
The only thing opposing him was a level 2 ancient apparition. It's not even like Chives could get into a good position and maybe like threaten a gank with Storm coming back to lane. He really was just not scared that game.
And they last pick an ogre, and I don't feel like it just did anything